Hey everybody, it's Rob. We're back. Another Proving Grounds practice machine. This time we're doing a machine called CVE-2023-46818. It is a Linux machine. It is worth 10 points and it is rated as easy. And I would concur. This one I thought was another extremely easy one. I mean, ultimately, for most of these boxes named after a CVE, they are essentially telling you the vulnerability you're going to be exploiting. So you should find these boxes kind of easy. So anyway, without further ado, you can see I am connected to Offsec's VPN. And I do have CVE 2023-46818 spun up. And here is the IP address. First things first, we run an Nmap scan. And quite a few things came up. We have obviously the one that we're going to ignore, which is 22. Then we have HTTP on all ports 80, port 8080, and port 8081. So the first thing that we should do is go to the web browser. And on port 80, it brings up this software called ISP config. I didn't know much about it. But anyway, I checked port 8080 and it is the default. It's installed correctly for Ubuntu for Apache 2. And then on 8081, it is forbidden. So ultimately what I did was I searched for an exploit for this ISP config, and they are all authenticated, which means I need credentials. So the first thing I did was go over to the login page and type in admin and admin. And it let me in. So I didn't even really mess around with this software at all. I didn't feel the need to. I had found this GitHub exploit for the CVE that the box is named after. And I said, well, let's just try it. So that's what we're going to do. So we click on the exploit.py code, and I can tell you right off the bat we're going to need to do a Python virtual environment because requests is not one that's typically installed. It looks pretty simple. There's not a whole lot going on. It will launch a shell, so you don't even need to do anything like with the listener or anything like that. And it's pretty straightforward. So all you need to do is click the download raw file and then come over to your downloads folder. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to drag it over to my Kali directory, and then I'm going to create a folder, CVE 2023-46818. I suggest you keep these things organized as well. Eventually what I'll do is I'll create a CVE folder, and I'll just drag and drop all these CVEs into a subfolder. So if we go into the folder, first we gotta, it helps if you drag the exploit into the folder, which we just did. Now we go into the folder, we right click, and we say open terminal here. First thing you need to do, obviously, chmod +x exploit.py, do an ls, and you can see the code is now executable because it's that nice cyan color on my system. So the first thing we need to do here is install a Python virtual environment. You guys seen me do this many times. It's Python 3, if you can spell Python. Python 3. We're going to use the module venv, which is for virtual environments, and we're going to name our virtual environment .venv. And we're going to hit enter. Now I already know we need to install requests because that is not a typical Python package that's module that's installed by default. So we might as well just do that. So .venv bin, and we use the command pip install requests. Hit enter. It installs requests for us. Now we can get down to business. And if we go back to the GitHub page, it shows you the usage is to call the program using the URL of the machine you're going to attack, and then the admin username and the admin password. And we know the admin username is admin and the admin password is password. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do .venv bin Python. I am on a rampage with the typing. Apologies. All right, so I'm just going to tab this out because that's the command we're looking for. So let's just explain this before we hit enter. So we're using our virtual Python. We're running the script that we just made executable, right? This is the URL of the machine that we're attacking that has the ISP config on it. And then this is the username and password that we used to log into ISP config. Now, if all goes well, we should get a root shell from this, okay? So I'm going to hit enter. And there it is. We do who am I? Dub data, but it's a root shell, right? You can see that from the hash prompt, okay? So it is an elevated shell. So don't mistake that. We absolutely 100% have a root shell here, okay? So what we do is this. We go cd root, and then we do cat proof.txt, and there's the root flag. So again, this is one of those CVE machines that if you pay attention and you do some logical thinking, you should get through them very quickly. I think this one, again, took me less than 10 minutes to root. So really not that bad. I would encourage everybody to, try to think logically through these things and then take advantage of the exploits, the way that they're intended to be used. So, I mean, obviously they named the box after the vulnerability, so it's a big hint. But regardless, hope you found this video useful. I hope you learned something from it. If you have any comments, drop them below. I will include the link to the exploit in the description below. And if you have any questions, like I said, always just reach out. And if you see me doing anything dumb, feel free to comment as well. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.